What's happening, my fellow Stagstronauts? Here we are, cruising into the last end of August. We are on Sunday, August 22nd. 22 days of using, where are we at? Chiseled Faces Midnight Stag. As you can see, made a pretty good dent so far in this tub. It was new, and I think I got, I don't know, 15 shaves on that one. I've got way more than enough loaded up into this bowl. I'll talk about that in a second. So we're gonna go through and do a little bit of a fun lathering thing. We're using this Sterling boar brush. So let's go ahead and give that a little bit of soak. Only takes a minute with the boar brush. So I've been using this beard oil as a pre-shave just to try it out. And really because it's Austere August with all of this stuff. So what I've been doing is I got these little cute little sponges, and it doesn't come out very fast, but I just take some, put it on there. I try to keep it off my hands because it's oily and it's gross. So I just do like this. There you go. As you can see, I got a little bit of a mustache thing going on, just because this, I'm not very well prepared today. This blade sucks. The Schick Proline P30, I think it's called. It could be the razor, but not enjoying that at all. Could be the pre-shave. So here's what I've been doing. I haven't been lathering in the bowl because it gets all soggy and nasty. What I've been doing is putting way more soap than I need inside this bowl. And it's essentially like I'm lathering in the tub. However, I've got a lot more surface area and I don't ruin my tub. So I'm gonna take my boar brush that's now been soaking for a good minute. Doesn't take long. Just shake it out a little bit. And we're gonna start going to town in here. Now what I've been doing with this is I haven't been splaying and putting down a bunch of pressure in here. And that allows me to use more water at once. So I can really get a big dunk of water. You can see it's dripping off of there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. And I'm doing more of a painting than I am a scrubbing. And what I'm trying to do is avoid those bubbles. I don't like bubbles. So, and what happens is I start to get this really runny, this stuff out here on the outside, starts to get really thin and runny, and just try and keep working that back down through this soap that's on the bottom. I'm trying to do more lathering up here because it looks weird on YouTube when I'm like, so this is a little bit more appropriate. And so I'm not going to press down and scrub in there at all. I'm just going to keep sort of doing a painting circles with more and more lather, or sorry, more and more water. And it's a little time consuming, but what are you gonna do? Get over it. What are you in a hurry? You got somewhere to be? So you can see now we're starting to get some lather built up here. The brush is starting to get pretty full, but I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep getting that stuff that's on the edges back down through that soap. More water, more circles, no splaying of the knot at all. More water. And this is actually a lot of water going in here. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to completely fill up this brush with soap and water that hasn't been super aerated. Trying to avoid the aeration of the lather. And you know when you're starting to get ready because it's not getting picked up by the brush anymore. It's starting to just sort of push that lather up on the edges of the bowl there. But you see you've done a good, decent job of avoiding the bubbles. Bubbles are inevitable. I think I'm gonna get a t-shirt. It says, bubbles are inevitable. So I'm kind of going a little bit quickly here. So now you'll see, we got a lot going on here, we got a lot going on here. So I'm just gonna try and grab up as much of that as I can. The brush is full, so it's only gonna hold so much, but that shows me right there that this brush is 100% full. So I'm gonna dunk it and just paint. And you can see it's already starting to go. It's got a good shine to it already. You can twist this off of the edge of the knot there. It looks good. Just gonna dip the brush in the water, paint it in, and it's really going everywhere. But look at it. It's got a great shine to it. Hello. My wife noticed that the mustache was starting to come out. And she said, "You growing a mustache?" I said, "Yeah, it's kind of a goof. What do you think? You like it?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Really?" She said, "No, I don't." So this is really starting to go everywhere. Look at that. So that's really hydrated. It's actually going to be a pretty good lather. So let's see what happens here. We got our dumb P30 whatever shit, whatever. A lot of people have been asking about Shavette shaving, and one of the most important things that I think is getting that skin stretched. Taut is a good word for it. And so this is one way that I like to do for this direction. I can just do little, short little strokes like this. Good residual slickness. It just drips right off the razor. Now, let's see if this garbage razor can cut through this growth that I've got on the mustache. Yeah, not too bad, huh? And again, notice I'm doing this to try and give myself a tight, flat surface. Even press get a little bit of a divot, so I'll press out with the tongue like that, make it as flat as possible. And if you're not good at going around the corner, say against the teeth, it's going to be rounded here. So if you're not good at going around that corner, you can actually do it in two. You can do short on the top part and then short on the bottom part of that section right there. And then here, I can make that flat. And then around the corner, you're just gonna have to practice. So, not too bad. Fortunately, this lather is really, really slick. It's a good technique for this. Trying to show how the lather just falls right off of the thing. It shouldn't, and I can rinse that by just a quick pass in the water there. It's not chalky or pasty. See that? And using my tongue to make that little divot as flat as possible. Up under the nose is tough, and so I got a kind of a rolling technique like this. But you can't use any pressure there. You just barely are scraping the edge of the skin. Again, get off of there. See? That's my left hand. All right, so let's rinse and go another way. Already running out of soap. It'll be fine though. Been using this for 22 days now, so can't really smell it that great. So another Shavette direction is you can go this way. It depends on which way your hair is growing, right? So you can kind of get a little bit of a stretch here by pulling the ear back and trying to get this section. And you can puff out the cheek. That's really slick. And then, because this soap has so much residual, I gotta wipe that off. Otherwise I won't be able to do this stretch to get this part going. Same thing with the upper lip. I'm gonna stretch back this way and puff a little bit. Pretty good. Now another direction you can go, again, depending on the direction of growth, is you can go this way. And so I try to grab some skin down here and get it, prevent it from stretching it this way and come up this way. This is another way to do it, but with the Shavette, I don't really suggest going against the grain, especially at first. I would go across in a couple directions. So again, we can stretch here. And then coming up around this corner just takes some practice. And you're just kind of doing little C shapes. But I'm trying to stretch here. See, nice. All right, so now the fun part. I have been doing what I call the Miyagi method. So we've got the chiseled face aftershave balm, and we're going to hit that up a couple times. And then we've got the chiseled face splash, and this was new, so you can see how much I've used this month. And I'm going to, there I got my balm, I'm going to add that, and then and it is amazing because you get the smoothness of the balm, but you get this, the sting and the menthol and the coolness of the splash. But because it's Midnight Stag, the alcohol that's in there that evaporates is the best medium for the scent, and it is just phenomenal. You just get a big face full of that, and it is just fantastic, and my face feels absolutely amazing right now. All right. So, now the fun part is we've got our Midnight Stag EDP, and you can see how much we've got left in there. And because today is the 22nd, we're going to be doing 22 sprays. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I can taste it. All right, so there you have it. Got rid of the mustache because I have to go out in public and I gotta go do some actual professional things. And I can't be looking like an idiot. So that was that. That was fun. Just checking in. Rolling late in the month of Austere August. Using Midnight Stag every day this month. It's hot here in my den today. So I hope everybody's struggling along with their August offerings. I hope my fellow Stagstronauts are hanging in there tight, and we will sign off for now, but we will see you next time. Bye.